Yo,
Man,
we on CPT.
Fellas was really good.
Not a goddamn thing.
not a, yo, definitely not a goddamn thing.
Sorry. We here,
Yo,
man. You know?
I mean, better late than never, man.
Yeah.
Word.
You
We're
dig?
not late too often. You know what I mean?
Team,
We're not
team,
late too
spec,
often.
team specs in the building.
That better late than never. That better late than never saying it only applies to certain things though.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Like-
all right. So then
like-
what does it apply to? Right?
A woman's cycle. You don't want that to be late. You rather that never come.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Word. That's what we doing. That's how.
I'm just saying, man.
That's how we starting. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I get it. I get it.
That, you know what it is? That's some black people shit too, right? Like, it's an excuse for us to be late,
Right,
and then have some kind of thing to cover us.
Uh-huh.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Could have not came at all. You know what I'm saying? But
True.
you know what I mean.
No pun intended, right, man?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good night tonight if this is how we getting busy.
Right. Exactly.
This is how we giving it up.
Yo.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh, shit.
That was a good
Sparring
one.
Mind listeners, what's good? We appreciate y'all rocking out with the gang this evening.
Yes.
Man.
Can I vent for a second before we get into the show, fellas? Y'all mind?
Woo.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
no.
So I was tuning into social media as I normally do. And I came across what I thought was some exciting news about the Ebony Galas coming back, right?
All right,
And
here
there
we
was a
go.
flyer that was put up, and that was dope. And I
Okay.
was happy to hear about it. You did.
Here we go.
And so of course read through the comments. You want to get a feel for what the streets are saying about said event. And there was some cats on there like, yeah, I can't wait to pull up. It's gonna be an event. I'm gonna go see my tailor right now. It was kind of that, right? And then there was other people on there. Oh my God, they misspelled convention. I think it was, right? I can't believe this. Black people suck at life. How about relax? How about just like let's some dope energy around a dope event? Let that be okay, right? And then if you care that much about convention being spelled wrong, how about inbox the person privately and say, hey, listen, I love the event. I can't wait. I'm showing up. But as a professional courtesy, change the flyer because it's misspelled. Damn, you know what? I didn't peep that. I appreciate you. I had people look at that, but they fumbled it. I appreciate you coming to me direct. Right? That's adult shit, right? But not us. It's not our people. We don't do that, right? Not our people. Our people got 1,000 emojis, right? Look at these motherfuckers. They don't know what they doing.
Is that your black woman impersonation?
Yeah,
right
definitely
Yeah,
a black
that's-
woman
yeah.
impersonation. Yeah.
Yo, that shit is the funniest ever.
It's unnecessary though. You dig? Like
I'm hearing
I get it's an error. I get it. I totally understand it's an error.
aside from
Okay. Don't let that mar the energy of the event.
But aside from that part, I was hearing it's fugazi anyway. Someone was saying, go check the Heinz Convention Center site. It's not even on there. I'm like, but it's 2 months away. Would they have it up there already?
They
They
may
should
not,
have it up there. They should have it up there already.
but we
Really?
don't know because we're not working that event. We don't know
Yeah, they
the
should.
details.
It's
Yeah,
just a
but it
checks and
should.
balances thing. It's just
It
a checks
should,
and
with all
balance thing. I get it.
trying to get into stuff like that.
But here's where I want to be combative with Chuck, right? Sure, there's a level of professionalism, and sure, there's a level of grace. But I want to say this is somewhat parallel to the leaving a review of a restaurant.
No, it's not. Jesus
not?
Christ, Ant.
It's not.
Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, hear me out.
Yeah.
So, I'm of the opinion of letting everybody experience their own experience. So I'm not going to sprinkle salt on something to say, oh, this place is bad and blah, blah, blah. It could have just been a bad day that I was there, but I'm not going to let that ruin your experience. Now, you take that same ideology and place it on this. Now it's like, all right, well, they have a reputation of having a good event. This typo is going to mar it. Now you got people who are looking at the typo and forgetting the fact that they've been doing this for 35 years. So now people are going to hold on to this, the level of elegance and professionalism and longevity because of a typo.
That's a reach at best. I'll allow it, but it's a reach.
The principle remains. People are going to get hung up on this one piece because of a misstep.
Ed, I'm not okay. I'm not doing this with you, Ed.
You don't have to. It's done.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Listen, this is exactly what I tell you guys behind closed doors, man. So, it's going to be what it's going to be.
No, that's true. That's true. You're wrong. But at least you're consistent. I like that you're consistently wrong because that kind of,
Consistency is key, though.
Consistency is definitely key.
It is.
There it is.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I every year this comes around and I say I'm going to one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you guys know I live in a different state, so it's a different situation for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this one. I want to. I was talking to wifey about it, and she said every year this comes around, you talk about it. I want to go. I don't know if it's going to be this year.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it more so than ever because I've been saying that too for a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
December 15th,
I'm already starting to look into the suit.
Have you guys been to any in the past?
Never.
Yeah.
That's why.
You went to one little?
I've definitely seen Little outside before.
Yeah, I've seen.
So is it a professional thing? Like, what do you guys go up there for? What's your target when you go up there? Is it just to be seen? Is it to shake hands? What's the thing?
I think it's a little bit of everything. What I hear.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of everything, but the event is basically like a big social network. It's just, you mix mingle, you share ideas, stuff like that. That's what it's supposed to be. As of recent, it's been more of just a big party.
Yeah.
But you still got your vendors and stuff out there.
Let me answer my own question because I've been a handful of times and I went on the basis of it being just a thing to do that time of year. I wasn't fully, and maybe that's my ignorance, but I wasn't fully immersed in the background, the objective, all of that stuff. And I realized that when somebody asked me recently, I'll keep the name anonymous, but we had a conversation about, the Ebony Gala and if I've been and what I thought. And I said that I'm like, listen, I've been a few times and I've enjoyed myself, but I left not knowing what I was supposed to leave with in respect to, like I said, the overall objective. Like I got dressed, showed up, had a good time, but
I know what I left with.
For the price tag and for the allure of going, I imagine there should have been more that I was supposed to do while I was there and didn't know what more I was supposed to do there. Because I've seen vendors, there's certain rooms with certain DJs and certain buys, but I'm like, is the objective just to get together and have a good time? Am I supposed to be networking and meeting people? Am I supposed to be supporting these local vendors? I don't know what it was, but I mean, I've only been maybe 5 times.
Oh, nigga, you go every year. What the fuck you talking about?
Shit, I ain't been once.
Listen, they've been doing this 35 years.
Yeah,
I'm from Boston. I've only been 5 times. That says something.
Yeah,
well,
35.
So it sounds to me like it's what First Fridays was, and First Fridays was every month. First Fridays was a networking thing where people got done up in their best, and then it eventually became just a big ass party for Black professionals, and it went where it went.
So question about this, because I haven't been and I always want to go, but I want to go based on the image of what I think it's going to be, not what I know it is, if that makes sense. So for me, it's opportunity for that first 2 hours of the event to put your business card to good use. You know what I mean? Hey, this is the one I'm working on. I'm working on a podcast. I'm working on a movie. I'm working on a brand, a new opportunity business wise. I'd love to talk to you about it because I know that you're doing this. Or what are your thoughts on that kind of project coming into our community? That's what I thought the first couple of hours this would be. And then at some point, you hear somebody in the back, turn the music up! And then we go, and then the music is rocking, and we have a good time to close out the evening. But you definitely use that first couple of hours for that professional aspect. Is what I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to do it within the first 2 hours because once people get a few drinks in them, forget it.
Right.
Ain't no talking, no business.
Right.
Even to getting the drinks is an adventure in itself. The last time I went, it was like, I'm not sure if this was poor planning or unexpected amount of attendees, but to have 2 bars for 200 people, you spent all your night in line to get food and drinks.
Mm. Yeah, that's.
I see. That's a mistake I would have made. I don't know how many bars you need to,
I'm not sure if it's the amount of bars, if it's the amount of bartenders. You definitely need enough service to service the amount of people you got there.
What was it? Last time we went, what was it? And it was like what, one on each floor, or something like that. One bar on each.
Stupid.
That's it.
Like at least 2 on each floor.
Payne, you don't drink. What you care about that for?
Something like that.
Yo, I don't drink. I don't drink, but I'm a DJ, and I know if people don't get their drink, that's how fights start. That's crazy.
Nah, but it sounds like definitely something that, you know what I mean, the Sparring Minds boys need to pull up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it'll be a dope look.
And for everything Chuck just said is the reasoning of what I would want to even go for. You know what I'm saying? Like there's, you know what I mean? Like, again, these are people that I see in social settings I run into them all the time.
All the time.
So it's not like it's a big thing for me to have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, nah, if it's
Chuck
if it means
slick,
well.
Chuck think he's slick. He just want to show up like King Joffrey Jofer, step out the limo with the rose petals being thrown at the feet while he got the lion draped across his shoulder. Like, come on, man. I already know what this is.
You notice he said next year, so that means like after the movies come out, and everything's in.
All the fanfare,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you
know what I mean? Roll the red carpet out. Oh my God, he's here. He's here. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But real spit. Since we're on the subject of it, I feel like, I'm not sure if anybody has a connection to them, but if there's still an opportunity for them to take in vendors, I'd like to explore that conversation in terms of having some sort of presence there. If it's we could treat it like a red carpet type of thing with Sparring Minds backdrop, and we're having quick one-on-one interviews with whoever, or just why are you here? It's one of them type of things.
Sounds like a great idea.
I don't know if y'all want me interviewing people.
Definitely. The one with the least amount of alcohol. The one with the least amount of alcohol in the system. Absolutely.
You might need to be.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
But I'm the biggest asshole out of the 5 of us.
You are.
You and Little run neck and neck. I don't know about that. Yeah.
Little's malicious. I'm
still in the closet, so.
Whoa. On that note.
I'm the sweet.
Hey yo, don't that white, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look. It's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence. You know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic. Yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Yo, that's a terrible way to end the pre-show.
That was a hell of a segue. Oh my goodness.
Jesus. Sparring Minds listeners, this show never ceases to amaze me. And the depths we'll go into around here. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's Friday night, episode 137.
Oh shit.
Titled was it Standards, I believe is what we're talking
Standards,
about tonight.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna get into that.
Standards.
And the good thing about doing a show like this, we don't do these kind of shows as much as we used to, right? We talk about relationships. We don't really do that much. You know, I mean, we kind of change some of our topics up a little bit. But the good thing about this kind of show is that you get to hear my black woman voice quite often as we go through the journey. So that'll be some fun.
It's fitting.
I vented about the Ebony Gala. I got that off my chest. I do have a dumbass dummy award pain I want to get into. But was there something you guys wanted to dive in first before we did into that?
Yeah, we didn't even say what day the Ebony Gala was supposed to be on. December 15th. It's a Friday night.
I mean,
I don't remember hearing it.
I don't know.
How you remember hearing
I don't
you
want
said
to.
it?
Yeah, you said it. We're behind that. We'll make some phone calls. Let's see if we can get involved. You know, it's good. It's a dope thing.
Yes.
It's a dope thing for black professionals.
Shout out to EJ.
Absolutely.
Sure, shout out to EJ.
Yo, Easy Jesus.
What's good, baby? Let me dive into the dumbass dummy award real quick. So, Sparring Minds listeners, we've had the People's Court, we've had Red Light.
Hold on a
Green
sec.
Light.
Hold on a sec.
Go ahead.
Y'all didn't pause him just now?
Why?
He just said dive into the dumbass dummy.
Oh, Jesus. Ed, grow up. You're a child.
Now, when I say in the closet, it's the whole thing. And come on.
Well, to be fair, it's not as bad when he said dive into the meat of the show. That
my God.
when he said that. Like,
come on,
Capo, you gotta relax. Right there.
That was like 7 seasons ago.
Y'all moving the goalposts with Chuck. See, y'all let Chuck get away with anything out here.
Oh God!
There's an individual named Johnny Holland, living in the great state of Pennsylvania, who went to go see his favorite baseball game, favorite baseball team, pardon me, in the Philadelphia Phillies. But as a lot of people seem to nowadays, for better or for worse, Johnny is dealing with depression issues. And so Johnny has an emotional support animal. Johnny, was ecstatic to go catch the last game of the season for the Phillies, but brought his emotional support animal with him. The security at the gate declined Johnny access due to the emotional support animal. They have very strict rules about their emotional support animals. So dogs and rabbits are okay. Johnny's emotional support animal was an alligator.
What kind of shit is that?
Johnny thought that they would allow him into the stadium because he had a name tag on his alligator named Wally. And of course, that would be enough.
Wally Gator? I like it.
What? Get Johnny the fuck out of here, please, Payne. Because you're going to bring a whole fucking alligator to the game and expect to walk through the gate as if nothing happened. That's the type of entitlement that this world has now delivered people.
First of all, he's a fucking idiot. Like, excuse my language, but why would you alligators are like scared? They're scared, more scared of us than we are of them at times. But like, why would you think that's okay to bring an alligator around thousands of people? You're not only putting them in danger now. That shit's probably gonna have a panic attack. Like being around that many people.
Yeah.
Can we just clarify what is Johnny's nationality? Where is he? Just very curious. I'm very curious to know where.
You know what Johnny is.
I just
Johnny is.
I just want to make sure.
Caucasian variety, as we have.
Okay,
he's of the Caucasian. He's of the vanilla variety. And I don't know if there's much surprise there. So yeah, he's a dumbass dummy for even attempting to consider bringing an alligator. And here, just before we move off of Johnny, the statement that he says here further solidifies why you would be the dumbass dummy, because Johnny went on to say, Wally hasn't bitten anybody in years.
In years, he bit someone though. You fucking dummy.
Wally hasn't bit anybody.
Can't be serious.
That's just like when.
Wow.
That's just like when people tell you their dog don't bite, nigga. He got teeth.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Facts. But I don't expect any less from a Phillies fan anyway, so that kind of explains all of that.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's
worse.
that.
That could have been a Dodgers fan. It was worse.
Get the fuck out of here, Chef. Don't do this.
Could have been a Dodgers. Just saying. Could have been a Dodgers.
Hightower, I don't know if we brought you up to speed, but we're absolutely going to dive into
no one like
a conversation
like
that's been hovering in our community for at least 2 weeks, and pardon us for being tardy on getting involved with this. But Payne, as you start to get the buttons ready and get us queued up, I want to take you guys back for a minute if you don't mind. Sparring Minds listeners, we never do this, so pardon me in advance. We're gonna take a quick break. I need to talk to my guys real quick about something one-on-one. We'll be right back. Go get some water, go get a shot of Douce. Just take a minute and then come right back. We'll be right here. Fellas, so we're on the movie set. After the set, I take the guys out to grab a dinner, kind of just celebrate the day and celebrate the accomplishments the journey that we're on, etc. And I say, Hightower, pick a restaurant out for us, bro, and let's go grab something. Hightower says, I got a spot. Don't worry about Chuck, it's a done deal. Now, generally, Hightower is pretty good with his recommendations for restaurants, generally, right? We've been to Contessa's, we've been to some really top shelf places with the Hightowers. Always salute to them, right? So we pulled up to the mall. This should have been my first red flag, but I ignored it. I said, okay, well, what do we do? Maybe Hightower's buying some sneakers for the restaurant. That's kind of his thing. He's kind of that nigga, right? He says, no, Chuck, let's go. I said, I don't have to go with you to go shoe shopping for No. Spots in here. I said, it's a restaurant in the mall, nigga. We going to get at the Express. What the fuck we doing? No, I got you, Chuck. Okay. And we go and sit down at a motherfucking Cheesecake Factory. Now, at first thought, I said, whatever. I wasn't really in the mood for dessert, but we could dessert first, cool. Then we go back to the real restaurant, cool. We get in there and this nigga's ordering a sandwich or whatever the fuck he ordered. I said, oh, so we actually eating here at the Cheesecake Factory. Cool, let's go. Let's do it. So I ordered a meal that might have been the single worst thing I've ever eaten since Sammy's breakfast in Orlando, whenever we went on Sparring Minds. It was like those two.
Oh,
Jesus.
Wow.
Probably the worst 2 things I've ever eaten in my life.
He got me fucked up.
What is going on here?
So needless to say, I'm
I'm
interested in getting involved with this story. So I want to hear more about this. But I've had the same experience that this chick had, but only Hightower was in the driver's seat. Pause. So we'll see where this goes.
Well,
all right, ready to
straight.
Whoa. No, you're not getting off the hook that
But
easy,
I like
bro.
it.
right.
So up until, everything that Chuck has been saying is accurate, right? We went down to, Cheesecake Factory. It was a, large group of us.
No, the fuck yeah, it's not. It's definitely not accurate.
No, it's no. I mean, I don't know about what you made. I don't.
He's talking about. Sammy's talking about the part with the
I'm not talking about Orlando. Orlando. That's another time and place. But definitely
played that day.
Definitely, Cheesecake Factory was definitely a moment for us to kind of break bread, like Chuck said, celebrate the accomplishments of the day, yada yada yada, right? And it was about what, 10 of us?
Yeah,
I think about 10 of us there, right? 8 to 10 of us, right?
Yep.
And
Chuck
was the only one
invited to that.
Chuck was the only one that had a bad dish. So is that an indictment on his expertise on choosing from the menu or the restaurant overall?
I was about to say, what did he order?
Yeah, what did he order?
Let's talk about it, Chuck. What did you order? I'll let you
So
talk.
Sparring Minds listeners, we're back. We took that quick break. I'm gonna dive into the show.
What'd you order, King? Like you really?
Yeah, hold up.
You really not gonna tell us what you ordered? Like what'd you order?
I don't know if the order has relevance here.
Has all the relevance.
Yo,
at the Cheesecake Factory. Yes, all the relevance.
International. What did he order?
So we're at the Cheesecake Factory, and I don't have to tell you guys, but there's certain things you order at certain restaurants. Because they either specialize in it, or it's, maybe it's a safe choice. There's certain things you look at on the menu and say, I would absolutely never have that at a restaurant like this, right?
No, yeah. Absolutely.
So, like I said, everybody enjoyed the dish at Chuck. But because Chuck calls me international and blah, 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 and I'm all this high level stuff, he decides to order something that he probably thought I would have ordered, right?
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Let's come back, because now you're starting to piss me off. Let's come back.
What you order? Hold on.
What you order? The reality of the situation is this. And I give Hightower his flowers. I give everybody here their flowers very often. I think when I'm dead and gone and I leave this earth, the one thing you'll say about me is like, yo, Chuck, he give you flowers when you deserve them. That's a true statement.
Real nigga, 100%, no question.
Hightower, to his credit, when he makes restaurant selections, generally top shelf. And what that means is, you go to the spot, you sit down, the chef gonna get you right, whatever you get. That's what it normally means when I go out and eat with Hightower. That's normally what it is. Don't worry about it. The chef is a professional. He got this. That's my expectation now moving forward.
Yo, knock it off. If we talking about some 5-star restaurant where the chef come out and talk to you like Mita in the South End or something like that, cool. But the Cheesecake Factory, the chef is absolutely not coming out and talking to you and saying, Mr. Jones, this was on the menu tonight. So, yo, what the hell did you order? I gotta know this now.
Yo,
so
everybody's
asking bullshit.
Yeah,
yo, you ordered some bullshit. I can already tell.
No.
I can already tell the setup.
And now you got Twin in the comments saying men love avoiding questions. You dancing around this damn question
Gregory Hines, bro. Gregory fucking Hines right now.
It's important to note that my order choice was built in my trust in Hightower. And so really us discussing his betrayal of that trust is more important than what I actually ordered.
It'd be one thing if I made it. I didn't.
What the fuck did you order, B? Like, why you?
You see how he passed the button? Magic Johnson passed.
Let me tell you what was pretty much ordered. Let me go back and even tell you why I chose the Cheesecake.
Horrible.
I chose the Cheesecake Factory because one, it was in close proximity to where we had just finished shooting.
Mm-hmm.
It was a large party. I had to be cognizant of everybody's taste level, budget, whatever the case was. I said, all right, let's try this. This should work. It can definitely accommodate 8 to 10 plus people.
Yep.
You can't do that at certain spots.
Gotcha.
So plus I figured if we go there, people have tons of options, right? Because the menu's like a little notebook, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, 99.9% of the group enjoyed their meal. For example, I had chicken and waffles.
Yes, you did.
Simple dish.
Yes,
safe choice. Safe choice.
You can get it. So it can be elevated in some places. It can be trash in some places. But cheesecake is one of those middle of the ground type spots, right?
Can't fuck that up. Okay.
And everyone's pretty much staying in that safe space because we're at the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Here's the hold on.
Your boy Hustle.
Mm-hmm. He decides he wants to go
outside the line.
We're gonna do this.
Listen, you gotta tell him. I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah, for real.
Here's the important part here. I think we're overlooking the fact that
what the
I
fuck
trusted in you.
B? Like what did you?
So this is a true story. Also, I've never eaten a Cheesecake Factory. I've never eaten there before, right? Never eaten there before.
Dancing around the question.
Yo.
And so the trust I had in the individual who brought me here was all in. It was blind, right?
Hey, the dance is not working for us right now. We know what you ordered.
Shaboing, boing, boing. Like, what are we doing here? That's a big ass
I forget what I
bro.
ordered.
All right, so this
No,
is what
you
we're gonna
didn't.
do because we're not
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
we're
don't
not
speak
gonna
this
get hung
here.
up on this all night.
Please, Hightower. I mean, please,
So
Hightower.
before we move on, your
Yeah.
boy Hustle, aka Hot Tub Tony or Hot Tub Jones or whatever his name is, High Class Jones or all the good things in life or whatever it is, right?
High Class Jones.
My brother, 50 grand, my Ace Boon Coon, he decides to order. I should get a drum roll for this. He decides to
You don't need
order
a drum roll.
at the Cheesecake Factory.
This is ridiculous.
Your boy decided to order Eggs Benedict.
Are you
So,
fucking
first off-
kidding me?
So first off,
What?
Are you kidding me?
I didn't even know that was on the menu.
Exactly.
That's some brunch. That's some brunch shit.
how come he didn't get that's some brunch shit when he ordered chicken and waffles, but when I ordered something that's brunch shit, now it's a thing.
Eggs Benedict though, not at the cheesecake.
Well, he liked what
I
he
never
ordered.
been there first.
Okay,
Second
all right.
off, if Hightower took me there, it was supposed to be legit. There's really shame on Hightower.
It'd be one thing if I said, "Yo, this Eggs Benedict is hitting, bro. You gotta
Eggs
try it."
Benedict.
Nah,
Of
you
all
don't do
the all the things on the menu, how do you settle on? That's some.
Listen. Everybody know that menu is like 250 items deep. To get to Eggs Benedict, you had to go looking for that. You knew you came in there with an agenda to slander my.
I didn't even know the Pain. Do me a favor, God. Do me a favor.
Wow.
Let's discuss someone else's adventure at the Cheesecake Factory. And I think what we do is we take the 7 minutes. Let's look at the whole thing in its entirety.
Yo,
And then we take some breaks along the way. Can we do that, Pain?
can't fucking believe you order eggs.
Let's rock and roll. Spawn Mind, listen, stick around. We're gonna take a journey down an incredible story.
These niggas is just so bougie.
I like eggs Benedict, by the way.
Sound like Eggs Benedict.
Okay, almost there.
No wonder y'all's got the bougie award, dog.
Find some parking.
What the fuck? Oh.
Spawn Minds listeners, let us know if you can actually hear the volume that's being played. If you can't, definitely let us know so we can get that right for you.
Who's this heifer?
I'm just talking to my girls. Okay.
So,
Hold on a second.
Spawn Minds listeners, real quick,
Yeah.
pause me up, Ping. Right now, in this moment, I appreciate the double sunroof more than I do the double D's at this point. But go ahead, Ping.
No,
Cue us back up.
this is cool right now.
The petty.
What are we doing here?
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
Oh, chivalry. I dig it.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Is this the first date?
She did the
You
Matumbo.
want me to open the door for you?
Hey, yo, Ping, pause the video, bro. She got me fucked up. She got me fucked up. First off, and I don't know how come y'all ain't saying shit yet, but I'm gonna speak on it because we ain't gonna do this.
Maybe she heard the eggs Benedict was trash and she didn't want to go.
Fair, right? But she pulled up out front. He said, "I'm gonna get your door." At that moment, because she could have said, "I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory," right? She could at that moment because she knew what time it was. I'm not confused, right?
Right.
She said, "Okay," as if she was ready to go inside the Cheesecake Factory. So it took her 20 seconds to figure it out. It took her to watch Boy walk around the car door to understand where she was going. Okay, I guess. and then the doors are locked. Okay. Pardon me. Go off. Go ahead, Payne.
Okay.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
Yeah, Habib
Who
is
takes
fucked up.
someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk
Payne.
about it? I'm
Hey,
Oh,
Payne.
shit.
talking
Yo,
about
hold on. She made it sound. Never mind. Go ahead.
Who the fuck is she? Someone that looks like me? Who are you?
Now,
I
don't
mean,
don't get
I'm
it.
Stop.
gonna shoot her some bet on that point alone.
Of course you would.
Just on that point.
Go ahead.
There's certain places
Uh-huh.
that. Wow, this is gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I love it.
I know where you're going, my dog. I can see it already.
know,
No, you're actually correct.
I have a level of je ne sais quoi.
Bouginess.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just be bringing me anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can.
Because the word's gonna be like, yo, I saw Hightower over here. And it's like Hightower's over there. What he doing over there? Yeah.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we can't do
Smart
that.
Minds
Nah,
listeners,
nah.
Smart Minds listeners, we are very soon gonna put our bougie poll back up for
Yo.
2023.
Yo.
And I want y'all to remember this energy that Hightower just gave y'all.
Oh shit.
That he
Oh,
can't be
But
seen
listen,
eating
no,
at.
honestly,
Y'all neck and
if
neck.
I'm dressed a certain way when I walk out the house, you can't take me to Cheesecake Factory. If I'm dressed a certain way, nah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all got me all the way fucked up. And this lets me further know.
That sound like some bad. Are you kidding me right now?
You got me in a black tie going to Cheesecake Factory? Nah, we ain't doing that.
Y'all some uppity
Nah,
niggas.
we can't do that.
Nah.
She ain't in a black tie though, cuz she got the
She
rack.
ain't in
got the
the
racks out.
cheesecake outfit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
she got the
damn.
freaking.
That's
She got the, she got
that's
the
if
girls
everything is
out,
good.
though.
We about to go home and get it in later. That's that type of outfit. Nah, you can't
no,
take it to the Cheesecake Factory.
She might not even get back to the crib if she's acting like this in public, but that's another conversation.
Mike.
Yeah.
Ain't no Mike.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Play the whole thing, Payne, so we can like really.
Even in front of them?
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it. Yeah, come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Should come on, get up in the car.
Oh, okay.
So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well,
I agree.
right.
I
At the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
and then-
nice, but I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
like
asked out that
even
car.
like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
Yeah.
can respect that. I can respect that.
If it's too
Hold
early,
on.
You want to?
You gotta pause that, man. You gotta pause that, man. Hold up.
Yeah.
So wait, it's too early
She
to be
said it's
holding
too early
hands,
for that.
but not too early for cheesecake.
Now, see, if the shoe was on the other foot, she'd be mad as shit. It's like she was feeling him and she wanted to hold his hand in public, no matter what time of day it was. And he's like, nah, it's too early for all that.
I mean, I'm split on that. You don't necessarily have to be holding hands and locked in arm in arm on the first date.
No,
So,
you don't have to be,
No, you
but
don't.
you also
Yeah.
can't have the stance of it's too early for X, Y, and Z, and then say, no, I ain't going to Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is a decent spot for a first date. You can't be going. I'm not. You can't. You don't got to take it to Davio's. Like,
I mean,
what are you doing?
I have a thing personally myself. This is just me as a guy. I don't like chain restaurants anyway. So if I'm going on a first date, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to a chain restaurant unless she likes that. If she likes a certain restaurant, like after we've talked and gotten to know each other, and she's like, "Oh, Cheesecake Factory is my favorite place." Okay, so instead of me bringing you to one of the spots I know of, that's not a chain restaurant, we can go to Cheesecake Factory. I have no problem with it.
All right, you gotta let this thing rock.
Yeah,
So
let it
keep
rock.
saying we ain't get to the good spot yet, so we're missing something.
You didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again.
I don't know there
yet.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
Ari, that's his name. Okay.
I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing.
It makes
which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I literally you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong.
I will die.
Oh my God.
That's embarrassing.
Jesus Christ.
As I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yes, the fuck he did.
So
what did you expect?
You just
said,
want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Listen, the compromise is that you was an hour late.
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah,
This
you
girl's
didn't
bugging.
want this place anyway, right?
This girl's bugging.
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand.
Hold on. First of all, let me just give this dude his applause because
he ain't go out like no simp.
Right. And not even that, but as bougie and stuck up and rude as she was acting, he said respectfully he was taking her back home, which is how I would have handled it. I might not have said it that nice.
I was about to say, yeah, you definitely would have been that nice.
Who am I kidding? It ain't no might. I wasn't gonna be that fucking nice. I'm like, I'm taking you out. I'm dropping you back off. Like, fuck out of here. Like, so he handled that right, and I'm glad he did. And she is I mean, she's not an ugly girl. Let's not act like she's an ugly woman, right?
No,
but how she's acting makes her ugly.
That's a fact.
That's some bullshit.
Definitely.
Let's see what else happens, because she seemed like she's trying to get this free meal now. She's trying to be nice now.
Her stomach touching.
And a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Mm-hmm. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
so,
my God.
Not one, but two, but all of them.
We're dropping you off.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand.
Yeah, her tone definitely changed.
You know why her tone changed? Because she's probably not used to men saying no to her.
Sauce.
Yeah,
Sauce.
exactly.
I think she shouldn't have recorded it.
Yeah, she just embarrassed herself.
That's the worst thing about it, is that this actually
Did
played
someone
out.
say holiday cards?
Yeah, see, she tried to play him and played herself on the internet, because everybody's like, yo, she's a piece of shit for how she was acting.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I have seen some posts of women defending her for not wanting to go to Cheesecake, but okay, that's fine. You don't like Cheesecake Factory, but you don't got to be a rude asshole about it either.
Yeah, I just think for this to play itself out for people to see and actually have an opinion about it is what's wild to me. You know what I mean? Like, no one should know that this happened. You know what I'm saying? But it just sucks that this is the world we live in, with that type of stuff where this is being recorded for people to see and even have a judgment or opinion on it all. You know what I mean? Like, this is not, because she definitely played herself in the end. And I mean, old boy handled himself pretty well. You know what I mean? And I feel like she was still trying to throw him a lifeline. Like, yo, you sure? Like, maybe the night would have got better for him. I don't know.
That wasn't a lifeline. She was trying to save face and still trying to go out to eat. Like Ty Tower said, her fucking stomach was touching her back at that point.
Yeah,
so
she was hungry.
That nigga dropping me off. He ain't taking me somewhere else. Like, no, damn, I fucked it up.
Yeah, but I mean, that could have worked to his. That could have worked to his advantage too.
Nah. Okay, so pardon me, my phone died, but y'all ain't gonna get me out this goddamn episode. Fuck all that.
Did your phone die?
This shit got me fucked up. Yeah, no, this shit got me totally fucked up, and I'm not gonna sit here and let y'all give her a pass. That's wild as hell.
Ain't nobody giving her no pass.
She ain't got no pass. Ain't got no pass.
Hightower started this segment out by saying, well, she's dressed and she got her titties out, so she deserves the best. Fuck her. This is totally wild. She was disrespectful to that dude the entire time until my man said, you know what? I'm going to drop your ass off. Yeah. And then she said, oh, no. And then the broad had the audacity. Sorry, Chef. I'm not supposed to say. Sparring Minds listeners, I apologize. Chef explained to me. Chef, so this is what happened in true story. Chef called me one night after the show and said, Chuck, I would really appreciate if you stopped saying the word broad on our show, because I think it's disrespectful to our listeners. And I said, Chef, you know what? You're right, bro. I apologize. And then the very next day, get this broad the fuck out of here.
Yo, first of all, Mike brings up a great point. She started out fucked up. She was an hour late, and homie waited, and she acted like
Pain. The levels of disrespect my guy adhered to are outrageous, and he's far better than me, right? Because I'd have left the bitch right there at her house. She said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up, but I know you well enough to leave you sitting in your car for an hour. Bitch,
Hey.
Let me also say this. After the hour, my guy did say, hey, listen, I waited the hour. I told you. Not only did I wait the hour, right? I had reservations to someplace dope.
Word.
You fucked that up.
Yeah.
I then tried to make the best of the evening and get us somewhere else where we can still have a bite and chit chat and get to learn each other. And now you don't want that.
Yeah.
This is the most raggedy bitch I've ever seen.
So it feels like, okay, so yeah, looking at it, is Cheesecake Factory just was like a landing spot. Like he actually had somewhere else.
Chef,
Nice that he was trying to take her to.
Yeah.
That's
a dope
crazy.
place to go because she liked wherever it was.
Yeah.
Listen. Let me explain something, fellas, because I don't think y'all hearing me. She deserved a 2 for 5. It's really what she deserved. And the 2 for 5 is only because she had the double D's out. She wouldn't have got that fuck with me with a B cup. But because you had the D cups out, I would have made the pass. My man, give her the extra salt on the fries. I would have made that exception.
Put some extra cheese on that Whopper.
But you got me fucked up. And then only at the end does she realize, my homie ain't playing with this. He ain't got time for this bullshit here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna drop your ass back off.
Yeah,
oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Let's discuss it. And then here's the kicker. Here's the cherry on top, right? Here's the other disrespect. I'll consider a compromise.
Yo.
What?
That's the audacity.
When you've been in the wrong the whole time and now you want to compromise? This is the most outrageous shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he definitely had a lot more patience than I would have, Deanna, for real.
Nah.
That was some bullshit.
Sparring Minds listeners, I don't normally turn up on this show.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I apologize.
You gotta apologize to the
B cup slander. The B cup slander is with you.
Yeah, the B cup community is on your tail, bro.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with the B cup community. Like y'all go off.
Be respectful.
Yeah, I'm respectful of the B cup community. B cup community, y'all good for Cheesecake Factory. Like no sweat. Like you.
Oh, see, nah. See,
Yo,
I'm out.
Yo, come back, Payne. Yo, come back, dog. Y'all just can't leave the show. We're supposed to be united. We stand, bro.
Yeah.
I don't stand on that one.
You're about to get pan-seared.
And
I
United.
don't stand on that one.
yo.
This is the yo chef. Come, yo, little, come back. Now everybody's leaving. What the fuck going on? I'm just saying, like
I personally like B cups myself.
what do you do with them? Like.
Yeah, what are we doing right now?
What are you doing with a B cup, nigga? Like, anyway, pardon me. Pardon my listeners. Pardon me. I don't listen. I'm just saying that
Jesus.
this chick,
The boring.
from what we saw in that 6 minutes, the only thing that deserved a date was the D cups. Right? Her energy was spectacularly bad. Right?
Yeah, off the
From
rip.
the moment he went to pick her up, it was bad. I'm very curious as to what led to this date in the first place. You dig what I'm saying?
That seemed like one
yeah.
of. You think they maybe met on a dating app or some shit like that?
I was about to say
Yeah.
that definitely looked like a Tinder couple.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He was trying to tenderize,
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's a wicked game, bro. Because and this is the other part of it. That dude was the nicest dude. He seemed super nice. You dig?
Yeah.
Like normally, dude is the villain, and we can kind of play the fence on which way we want to judge these kind of cases.
but you know what though? Chicks don't like nice dudes sometimes, man.
That's
That
the
nice
facts.
guy shit. That nice guy shit be out the window, yo. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
facts.
Like you really have to be on some pain and little level of assholism for
Yeah.
them to really be like, oh, he's that nigga. Like,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not an asshole in that regard. Like,
I'm just fucking with y'all. But
But here's the other thing, Chef. Because I'm not done with this, bro.
feels like that though, D.
yeah.
The dude came out with his arm out, like, hey, can I walk you to the car? I don't know you that well. What the fuck is we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He's showing her every level of chivalry that's required from a man. So what we have done on this Sparring Minds podcast in the past is said, hey, fellas, these are the things that you're supposed to do on a first date. We've said that on this show. This guy listened to that show, recorded the show, took notes from the show, and did those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, played it out.
And still ended up on somebody's TikTok video for 7 minutes.
And I don't agree with that he was a sucker for waiting. That's crazy. Like he gave her
Yes,
her
he
a
was.
chance.
He was a sucker for waiting.
He gave
No,
her a
he
chance.
wasn't.
Anything more than that like
Nah.
half an hour. A half an hour is disrespectful. An hour is outrageous. I don't think he's a
Crazy.
sucker for it though. If he didn't have shit else to do that day, like you know what I mean, like all right, well, and they were in communication. Like if she didn't call him or anything, it was like I'm running late. That's one thing. But if she called him like, yo, I'm running late, all right, whatever. But you're still an hour late.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't think he's a sucker for it. I think saying call him a sucker for waiting long is a stretch. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one
But
thing: his DMs are on fire right now.
who
You think so?
Homeboy's
Oh,
DMs are on.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. What are
On
you
blast.
kidding? Are you kidding me?
Oh
For
my
sure.
goodness. His
Yeah.
cup
Well,
runneth over.
I'll
Yeah.
take
EJ's right.
Cheesecake Factory. I'll take Cheesecake Factory. Oh yeah.
You know something. You know something. EJ makes a good point there, Payne. Thank you for pulling that back up. You know, but here's the problem. You don't know a woman's personality until you get on a date. You don't know.
Absolutely.
You don't know if she's gonna be the type to absorb that great energy. You don't know.
Mhm.
You dig what I'm saying? So you playing a blind man's game.
Well,
You know what I mean?
were they communicating before, like they went out on a date? Did they have any of those kind of conversations? Like, I disagree there. I feel like if you do have some sort of conversation or courting before the date happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have some idea of what type of beast you're running into. You know what I mean? And you're just not totally just like thrown off on the first date. Like you just learning everything right in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, we don't know the
Yeah.
backstory. We all making it, you know what I mean? We all going off what we think.
Deanna, I don't agree with that. Looking at someone's social media, you can't really tell that much. Because if you look at my social media, you would think I'm social. I'm not. I am an introvert like a motherfucker.
It's social pain. Cut this shit.
Get the fuck out of here, Payne.
If I-
Ain't nobody
if I
believing
have
this
to
dumb
be-
shit.
If I have to be, I will be. If I have to be, if I have to be social, I will be. But
His house is
I can be content with being by myself a lot.
You kidding
A
me?
It's-
whole lot.
This is another example of so there's this narrative, right, about Black Men podcast that we come on here and we, you know, all y'all do is bash women and y'all think y'all are God's gift. That's the narrative for Black Men podcast, right?
Well, I am.
This is an example of
Continue on.
why sometimes you hear that, right? This is why you hear that narrative, because sometimes we see a dude, he's doing the right things and he's still being played, right? Or he's still being mistreated, or he's still being run amok. This is an example of that. You dig what I'm saying? And so we're all Charles Jones has ever done is be a champion for those who should be treated better. I'm a champion for that kind of individual. You dig? And this guy seems to be that. He could be Ike Turner off camera. But from what we see in 7 minutes, nah, man. He didn't deserve this shit. You know? So I think
maybe not.
Let me switch lanes for a second though. You think this would be a big deal, or is it a big deal with women who say they don't date men who don't have degrees?
So yeah, so we have that in the chamber, but we're up against the clock, right? So
didn't you say earlier, fuck the time, now the time matters?
What are we doing?
Like, are you kidding
Let's
me?
go. All right,
now
let's
the time
go.
matters?
Let's go. So the issue, Sparring Minds listeners, that the chef brings up is that we got an inbox from one of our listeners, which you guys can always feel free to jump into our inbox. Well, better jump into Payne's inbox. Don't jump in my inbox, because then I get 100 questions and nigga, who is she and what? Don't do that. Don't jump over here.
Don't jump in my inbox.
But we got an inbox from a listener who was like, yo, Chuck, I went on a great date. I mean, pardon me, team, I went on a great date. And, you know, it wasn't the Cheesecake Factory, but, you know, she went home pretty happy. It was a good evening. But during discussion, she found out that dude wasn't a college graduate. That's something that she takes really, really seriously. And hence, she doesn't want a second date. She explained that to the dude, and he felt the kind of way. And now she was kind of asking us if she is valid in that thought process. So that's where Chef was going with this, and I do think she's a villain, because I think there's some amazing people in the world who didn't have education as their top priority, didn't have college as their top priority, or didn't have parents, or didn't have leadership that told them, college was a top priority, and they went and they lead spectacular lives without having a piece of paper saying that they went to school for an extra 4 years. So I did think she was a bozo for that.
That's a tough one. I don't think she. I mean, she can be a bozo, but I don't think that would be the reason for her being a bozo. We all venture out in this world to find our person based on what we desire in our person, and if that's on the list, for better or worse, she could be missing out on a whole bunch of people because of that one thing. That's her loss, and that doesn't make her a villain. It just makes her someone who's not playing the field properly.
But if that's what she wants, how is it not playing the field properly?
Yeah, no, because Sam, the young lady who was, she was like 40. She was in our age range, right? So at this point, it's, listen, sis, don't you realize that whatever standards that you think you might need or might not be that important, maybe you're doing this wrong? If you're 40 and single and you've been dating for 25 years and haven't been able to find that guy because you've narrowed the dating pool so thin because he has to have gone to Duke, that you're missing out on the dude who had to work at the MBTA for 25 years because, moms was sick early and he had to get a job to help support the family, didn't have time for college. He's still, now again, we're not talking about a guy who's doesn't have the ability to support a family. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a guy who didn't go get a college degree.
Yeah.
It doesn't speak to his success.
Right.
It doesn't. And this whole thing, like Deanna said, and you just mentioned a second ago, narrowing the dating pool for yourself, right? This is I did a Painfully Honest about it where I was talking about people diving headfirst into the shallow end. You're draining more water out of the pool and adding more piss by doing that.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their preference. Everybody has their preference, and so I'm not mad at her preference. That's just, but like you said, she's just she's not allowing herself to really, like I said, see what's really good on the market based on that one preference right there.
I think it's a fine line, right? Because there's this internal struggle, I guess, I don't want to say in the Black community. I don't want to narrow it down, but there's this internal struggle where people feel like if they don't get what they want, they're settling. And then settling has this negative connotation that, you're dealing with somebody kind of just because and not on a more focused playing field. So her saying, I don't want to deal with anybody who doesn't have a degree, in her mind, that could be settling, and she could also be against that as well. Again, she's super closed-minded, but again, folks have that right. And if that right is going to be to her detriment, then it's only her to blame.
Do you understand what you guys are allowing here by saying that she's allowed to have, and again, whatever, right? Who are we to say? But you're telling your child who works at McDonald's, right, that, oh, Dad, I only want to drive a Bentley because that's my standard. No, that doesn't make sense.
She's gonna be single a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what's happened here. So all I'm trying to say is, listen, if you want to be successful and get out of this dating game, you need to widen the scope, right? You need to widen the scope.
Yeah, simple, definitely.
I mean, I think there's certain things like that are preferences that'll really narrow your dating pool. Like I honestly have a list of things that I look for in a woman that I'm just not. There's some things that are negotiable, some things aren't. Like, you know what I mean? So something have to be negotiable. Like a degree, I think that one is good to have. It does narrow the dating pool, but I think that's a good one to have.
Let me ask you a question.
I think sometimes there's a false sense of security in having a degree.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with this. So are you sitting here thinking that, oh, well, this person has a degree, they must be successful? Because I promise you that's not the answer.
That holds them to a higher standard for some reason. Yeah.
Right. Like that's not it. Do you think because they have a degree, they're gonna treat you better in the relationship? That's not the answer. I promise.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the correlation between his degree and the relationship? Once I understand that, then we can move forward because there is no correlation.
Yeah, it feels like for her it's a trophy piece. Like it's something to say. It's something to say. Like you're bringing them home to, you know what I mean, to meet your parents, and you're like, oh yeah, this is Tom, and he graduated from Harvard Law, and he has a business. You know what I mean? Like it seems like more of a talking point than you know what I'm saying, than anything else.
This is like the episode of Insecure when Molly brought Homeboy around from Enterprise, and all her friends are like college grads, and it was like, oh, you didn't go to you didn't go to school? What are you doing?
Yeah, your friends are trash if that's the case.
Man. And I think it's what Maine said. It's what Maine said, and I think also I don't think it's anything to do with the relationship. I think people associate having a degree with financial stability, and they could be wrong because I know guys. I work with guys that don't have any college degree that make double what guys with degrees have. So
just a quick,
there's a lot of guys that went to job training instead of the college.
Listen, she just got to listen to College Dropout a couple more times, and she'll be all right. She'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't. I'll be remiss if I didn't. Hold on a second. Sparring Minds listeners, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Yeah, just a quick break. Don't move. Stay right there, Sparring Minds. We'll be right back.
Chuck took like 3 breaks today.
I know, right? So I don't want to do this on the show, but Wifey actually made a good point. Now the last time she made a good point was like this some fucking like orange pepper seasoning where I trashed her for it, but it was actually pretty good. But I didn't want to tell her that. Right?
I don't know why you was sleeping on that, brother.
In this conversation, she actually did make a good point because I wonder if a guy with a degree, it goes against my narrative. That's why I'm not saying it on the show, but I'll come back and we'll speak around it. I wonder if a guy with a degree gives a woman the image that this man has a sense of ambition. And ambition is something that women should look for in a man, right? That is one of the kind of golden foundation things you should look for. Don't just get with a nigga that's sitting home. Get with a nigga that got some ambition. Now, how he defines ambition is different, right? That's for you guys to figure out. But you want somebody who has some ambition.
Yeah,
so a degree takes ambition. We all agree there. Like you have to endure more than you're required.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, let's go back to. Hold on. Let's go back to the show so we don't even hold it too long. Spar my listeners, we're back. Sorry about that.
What?
Wait, say it again.
I mean, you could do nothing with. I mean, you can have a degree and still do nothing with that degree.
No. I think it's just. I think the point that you're missing a little is that it gives the what's the word? Not the allure, but the
aurora.
Illusion.
The illusion that there's something going on with this particular individual because he has a degree. You can I grew up with guys that had 2 or 3 and they were still trying to find their way, and I'm like, this time don't wait for no one, brother. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, I grew up with some brothers that didn't have degrees, and these brothers turned out fine, pretty successful. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And I myself don't have a degree. You know what I'm saying? And I think I turned out all right too. So, it's really just all on that individual because again, not just having a degree, but if you have a skill, a trade, like something that can translate, resonate, and that people can use in life, that like you'll always have work or you'll always be able to get a job or whatever the case may be. You're always having a skill that you can apply to something that will make you some money. So, you know what I mean? I just,
and I think that's
it's not a preference.
That's what it's about, Chef. I think it's about what the real journey should be about is finding somebody who's educated, right? That's all the journey should be. Now, all of us self-educate regularly, right? And the world, the way it's designed for us today, allows for self-education, right? I'm reading something every day about new processes. I was just reading about fucking grant writing the other day, right? Just different ways to self-educate myself. I don't need UMass Boston to tell me that I'm educated in certain ways. Like life has taught me some of the things along the way, and so I think that's what
Greatest teacher.
I think that's what the journey should be about. And I think women who aren't looking at that are fooling themselves to think that that's not part of this journey. That's all.
Well, let me tie it back to Shorty refusing to go to cheesecake.
Danielle makes a good point real quick. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. You were just on a record saying, you know, there's a requirement in terms of how full a cup gets run up over, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
That doesn't necessarily change the character or ambition of said individual, right?
I always say, and this is just what I've learned in life, a D cup generally means more character. But that's only what I've
what?
That's only what I've experienced. I can't speak to somebody else's experience.
It's more storage space for character.
Sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Sure.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this.
100%. 100%.
The wordsmith, man. Gotta love this kind of wordsmith.
So, Sparring Minds listeners, this is episode 137. Standards is the title of the show. As always, take a minute to go like, subscribe, follow your boys. We're always around. We're here every Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to be here every Friday through the end of the year. We're going to do another live show at some point in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So that should be fun. We're all together having a good time. In the meantime, at this moment, we normally kick it to Little for our mirror time. So Little, you're on the clock, God.
Hold up, before you go on, Little, let's shoot some bail to the B Cup community. We just want to let you guys know that you're appreciated. The views of Mr. Hustle don't reflect that of the group. And with that, Little, take it away.
Hold on. So oftentimes, I ain't just gonna let him go without a rebuttal. You got me fucked up.
Yo, stop doing the hand movement, Little.
But you can palm cups, right? Or do you just look at it?
What's this?
Yo, shut up.
All right, anyway, let me get into my
Oh my god.
Yo,
let me get into my mirror time.
yo,
And I know these guys are not gonna like it, but the common misconception is that women who like to be treated a certain way are high maintenance. But in truth, it's not always that way. It's being high. It's not being high maintenance. It's actually called having a preference. And there's nothing wrong with having a preference.
That's bullshit.
we had an episode a long time ago talking about preference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a
That's
long.
bullshit.
That might be like season 2.
You ended the show on such a bad note, dog. That was a terrible mirror time.
What?
We talking about preferences for a minute.
Hey, you had a preference, man. Let it be. It is what it is.
All right, so
Preference and center.
Just real quick, the dame said, "I can't go in there. I'll be embarrassed." You're gonna be embarrassed on the 23 bus going home. That's what's gonna embarrass you because you got me fucked up. Here's a token, bitch. They still have tokens, by the way. Here's a Charlie card, bitch. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You're really gonna make her get on the bus with them deep cup?
She got me fucked up. I'm gonna show her embarrassing.
Listen, we don't discriminate cups. No cup
Absolutely
discrimination
not.
on the show.
absolutely not. I even appreciate a nice. I even appreciate a nice perky set of A cups. I don't discriminate.
What are you doing at A cups? You're just pushing the button with A cups. What are you doing?
Hey, it's the same thing as you taking a shot. That little ass cup. So you still enjoy it. You still enjoy it.
Man. What are we doing?
What?
No. That's why you always go back for 2 or 3 shots, because you wish you had the big joint. Now you 4 shots in, still craving, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why there's 2 of them. That's why there's 2 of them.
Yo.
Sparring Minds listeners,
man.
Episode 137. We appreciate y'all rocking out. We'll see y'all next Friday. Holla. Hey, get us out of here, God.
Peace and love, y'all.